What's going on, guys? Back with another Wizards video. Now I'm in the car because this has just been on my mind for the day, and I ain't have time to go home and sit out in the chair, so I just wanted to get my thoughts out right now. Now today, I wanted to talk about Bilal Coulibaly. Now against the Charlotte Hornets, he had an impressive performance, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, 1 block. He played well offensively and he played well defensively. I've been extremely impressed with Bilal Coulibaly all season. All off season. Summer League, looking at his tape out in France, and is continuing in the preseason. This kid looks like he's ready to go day one, like he's ready to contribute. Now, I'm not saying he has to be the starter, but he 100% in this kind of season for the Wizards should be getting a good amount of playing time, whether that's 23 minutes, 25 minutes, some games 30 minutes. He should definitely be on the court. He should 100% be on the court. I'm trying to think. I don't really remember. I'm not that old. I don't really remember the last Wizards rookie of recent memory where I can confidently say, oh, this guy knows what he's doing offensively, but he also knows what he's doing defensively on both sides. Like, his offensive game, obviously, is a work in progress. It's a little raw, but he looks in control. He looks like he knows what he is doing. The reads he makes is not always correct. Sometimes he may pass when he should have shot. Sometimes it's like that. But for the most part, his offensive game looks decent for a rookie, a young rookie, very young. And defensively, that's been really the wow factor the whole offseason in Summer League and in the first 2 preseason games. I mean, we seen the block on, I don't know if it was Washington. I'm not sure. I don't remember who the Hornets player was, where he came over on the help side and, he blocked the dunk attempt, the steals and everything. Off-ball defense, rover, everything has been exceptional from him. Defensively, on-ball has been really well. He's been everything that's been advertised about him in scouting reports that made him rise so high, and made scouts say, oh, obviously there's Victor, but Bilal, who's this Bilal kid? He looks pretty good as well. His game looks very in control. And a lot of times rookies will come in and they either A, look like they're not ready, or look like they may need some time in maybe the G League or to just sit on the bench. Like, for example, Johnny Davis when he came in. This isn't a shot at him, but this is how it was. When Johnny Davis came in, we seen in the Summer League and in the preseason, it's like, oh, this kid may need a couple seasons, maybe a season or 2 before he really starts translating at the next level and looking like he can contribute and get legitimate minutes on the roster. Like this season and this preseason and Summer League for Johnny Davis, now it's looking like, okay, it's looking like he looks like he belongs in his second year. It's looking like he's doing way better at this point than he was in his rookie season. Some guys need to take time, and that's completely fine. But Bilal is a guy that I feel confident in saying, oh, he can get good minutes opening night. He can contribute opening night. I like how Wes in the Hornets game gave Bilal the opportunity to have the ball in his hands for a couple possessions. His usage rate obviously wasn't that high. I believe it was around like 12, 13%. But I appreciate that from Wes for giving him the opportunity to have the ball in his hands, and to make reads and make plays. It happened during the Summer League as well. But this kid has been really impressive. Obviously defensively, but offensively as well, because that, I think, was everybody's main thing with him coming in, is like, oh, well, obviously he has the intangibles, the length to be an effective defender day one, but offensively is going to be a big work in progress. But he doesn't look that bad and that raw offensively to me. Like I said before, obviously there's work to be done, especially in year one at his young age. But for the most part, I've been impressed. I've really been enjoying what I've been seeing for him. I really have been enjoying him being in the starting lineup. I really like that in this season that is going to be a rebuild year, in a season where Vegas has the Wizards projected for like 23 wins or something like that. This should be a season of growth, not only for Bilal, but for Johnny Davis as well. But yeah, this is the first rookie the Wizards have had in a little while where I'm like, on both sides of the ball, I'm like, oh, he belongs. He knows what he's doing. You know, obviously, work to be done, work in progress, but for the most part, he knows what he's doing. You know, with Corey Kispert, it was like, oh, he could shoot, you know, obviously. So, and he was really good off the ball. But defensively is like, he's not a good defender, obviously. When he coming out of Gonzaga, he was known for his shooting ability. Rui Hachimura coming out of Gonzaga, it was like, oh, he has a really good knack for the mid-range. When he came out, he was really, the step-back mid-range game was his thing. That was his calling card. It's like, okay, cool. Rui got it down. You know, it looked like he could be something of a really nice scorer, whether off the bench or maybe in the starting lineup. He's a guy who can get you a good 15 points, 12, 13, 14 points. And we see how he's doing with the Lakers right now and what he did with the Wizards. But the question for Rui was always, oh, he's not a good defender. He's not a good defender. With Denny, it was, oh, Denny has this intangibles in the size similar to Bilal, like, to be a really good defender. And we've seen Denny defend at a really good level. You know, we had the X, throwing up the X, the clamps and all that. But his question and issue was offensively. Just offensively, it wasn't there yet. You know, and the shooting and everything like that. His question was offensively, and what we saw was, oh yeah, his offense will take some time to come along. We didn't see that much from him offensively, but defensively, he was there. Johnny, just the defensive side, the hustle and everything was there for him, but offensively, we saw he was really, really raw. Really, really raw. But what Bilal is like, defensively, we're seeing a lot. Like, at a very high level defensively from him so far. And offensively, he doesn't look that bad. It's like, oh, wow, okay, I see the plays he's making. I see the reads he's making. I see the threes he's hitting. His offensive game may not be that far behind than what we thought it may have been. Obviously, he'll hit rookie walls and things like that as we go along this long season. But for the most part, he looks really good, especially defensively, but also offensively. So I'm excited to continue to see more. I believe the Wizards have the Knicks next. You know, they won the game against the Hornets. The fourth quarter lineup, they came in, did some things. I'm probably going to have a studs video for the preseason and see who really impressed, etc. But this one, I just wanted to give a shout out and praise to Bilal Coulibaly because he's just been so impressive so far. So I want him to keep it up, definitely. I want to see how a lineup with like him and Denny Avdia looks, you know, and maybe DeLon, like go heavy defensive lineup and see how that looks. But until next time, guys, I just had to get this off my mind. Peace.